All right, good afternoon, everyone. On Sunday, January 30th, 78-year-old Uken Cummings was murdered in the CVS parking lot on Silver Star Road after picking up his medication. Mr. Cummings was returning to his vehicle when he was confronted by two individuals who shot him and took the keys to his vehicle. So, not only unfortunately did these heartless murderers shoot and kill him and leave him there for dead, they backed up over him and then ran over him again as they were fleeing the scene. Mr. Cummings came to Central Florida in 2008 to retire here with his wife and enjoy his golden years. He was a security guard for the New York City Hospital Police for over 40 years, and came here to retire. He loved reggae music and family time. He's a father, was a father of four, had 10 grandchildren and one grandchild. And unfortunately, um, he lost his wife a few months ago, 54 years. So the family is reeling over the loss of these two individuals. And, this murder has shaken our community, it's shaken the family, obviously, and he and all of us here at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. So we know there's someone out here who knows what happened. Please help us bring these killers to justice. The Florida Sheriff's Association has upped the reward from 5,000 to 10,000. So if anyone has information about this case, no matter how insignificant, we urge them to call Crime Line 1-800-423-TIPS. They could be eligible of up to a $10,000 reward, and their information will remain anonymous. And so our homicide detectives will not rest until these brazen killers are brought to justice. So please, if you know any details about this crime, please let us know, and you can call anonymously. And to the murderers who senselessly ripped this man away from their family, we're coming for you. So do the right thing and turn yourself in. So at this time, I'll take any questions. Just remember that the investigation is ongoing.
Sure. I got a lot of feedback on this when I did the story yesterday for obvious reasons. And every one of these has a distinct set of facts. But what could be more innocuous than running to your local pharmacy in the middle of a Sunday afternoon? I don't you think that's really what has struck home with so many people?
Yeah, it really has. I mean, uh, you know, uh, many of the homicides in our community occur after hours, in the shadows, behind closed doors, usually because of the associations the victim has with the suspect. And unfortunately, Mr. Cummings was doing nothing but picking up something from CBS. So, any murder is horrendous and significant, and our homicide detectives work really, really hard to bring them to justice. But we're working around the clock to bring these killers to justice here.
Sheriff, do you think this was completely random? They were really following him? Do you know anything, or we just have to be at the wrong place at the wrong time?
And that's all part of the investigation. Why they targeted him. Was it for the vehicle? All part of the investigation. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. It's just a matter of time. But we do want people to call in with information. We have gotten some good tips on this case. So please keep those tips coming. Let us know if you have any information about who the killers are and how this happened and why this happened.
Sheriff Mina, I know this is a huge case investigation. Also, I saw your tweet on the anti-Semitic rallies over the weekend. If you guys are thoroughly investigating it, can you tell us what the investigation has yielded so far? If you've made contact with the organization, or if any arrests have been made?
Yeah, so I was going to cover it after these questions about Mr. Cummings. So again, and as I wrap up, please, we want information about Mr. Cummings. So let me, if there's any more questions about Mr. Cummings, let's answer this first, and I promise I'll get back to you.
All right, are there two suspects, three suspects? What do we know about them, and have you found Mr. Cummings?
So at least two suspects, but again, the investigation is ongoing. I'll say about the vehicles, we're not looking for it. We have the vehicle. So the investigation is ongoing.
So is there anything, I mean, most of the time, a sophisticated store like a CVS or a Walgreens would have security cameras Is there any footage, I know you're asking the public for some assistance, is there any footage that you can put out there that might help put more eyes and ears on this case?
So anytime we have a homicide, especially in public like that, not only do we check cameras from that general area, but from the surrounding vicinity. So our detectives are pouring through that information right now, and if there's a need to put that information out or a clip from the video, we will certainly do that when the time is right.
Sheriff, do you know if there was a struggle or if he handed over his keys? Like, why do they feel the need to shoot a 78-year-old man?
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part about it. Not really sure what is going on in someone's head when they need to shoot anyone, for that matter, but a 78-year-old man. And again, that's all part of the investigation. That's things we're looking into, and to bring these killers to justice.
With his background as a security officer for decades, is it possible that, he basically told them to, pound sand?
Yeah, certainly it's possible. We tell our community members, your property, your vehicle is not worth it. I'm not certain that that's what this happened in this case is, but certainly your vehicle is not worth a struggle or anything like that. And be a good witness. Report things to law enforcement so we can do our job.
What do you say to the elderly folks in Pine Hills who are frightened right now?
I will say that this is a tragedy, and an anomaly, really. Crime in Orange County is down. Homicides in Orange County are down. We have folks patrolling Pine Hills 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a lot of deputies in that area. And again, we just ask for people who may have information to come forward.
Anything from the car forensic wise you can comment on? I mean, you said that you did recover the vehicle. Was there anything in there?
No, so we're not going to comment on the vehicle at all at this time.
But you have it.
We have the vehicle in our possession. That's correct.
Where can you tell us where it was recovered from?
No. So, and I know sometimes that's frustrating to both the media and the public, but we have to balance the need between transparency and the investigation, catching the killers, and really presenting a case that's prosecutable in court. So that's why we hold a lot of information back about our investigations.
Does that mean witnesses on scene come forward?
What now?
Any witnesses on scene that came forward that afternoon?
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Do you have leads then if you have the car?
So we always have leads. Yeah, always have leads in these investigations, but I'm not going to get into any specifics. All right, so I'm going to kind of transition to the unfortunate and disturbing anti-Semitic activity in our area. As all of you know, we had numerous people who were protesting and shouting all kinds of hateful speech and holding signs and wearing swastikas and other things that not only hurtful to our Jewish community but to everyone as human beings. I find that very hurtful as well. So obviously we went out there, and again we have to balance everyone's right to freedom of speech, which can be very difficult for us, especially in those situations of hate speech. And we know people in our community are upset by that. Our deputies are upset by what we saw this weekend. But as far as the other incident that happened, there was an incident that happened with a vehicle. There are charges forthcoming on 3 individuals. So we're investigating that case. We want to thank everyone for all the videos they sent us. We were working with the Anti-Defamation League, who actually helped us identify some of these people. I've reached out to Jewish leaders in our community as well, to let them know that if they feel threatened by anyone in our community, to please let us know. But charges are forthcoming on several people involved in that incident that's been widely spread on social media.
Does that mean an arrest was made then, or arrest?
The arrest has not been made, but charges are coming. We're very confident that we're going to be able to charge at least 3 people. So we're just trying to put everything, all together and make sure we have the exact charges before we present that and arrest them. All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.